up, guys? Welcome back to the Spike NFC North podcast. As always, my name is Lex, representing the Green Bay Packers. Welcome. Football is back. We finally got some preseason stuff here. Joining me today, we got the one man, the myth, the legend. We got Mr. Levon Lane repping the Chicago Bears. How you doing there, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just blessed that we're out here, we're live. We're vibing, we're chilling. It's good things, man. How are you feeling about the way this off season is wrapping up, going into this preseason, man? What are your thoughts?
Man, it's pretty good. All our teams are reconstructed. Now what the end product look like? That's what we're trying to find out right now for this preseason. Great day of football. Man, I'm just ready to see, how we really develop these guys and put them in the best position for our teams. And man, that injury bug is just.
It's a force to be reckoned with for sure, and it's honestly unfortunate. I mean, especially in even before we even had games in the preseason. I mean, we had first round rookies from several different teams get ACL injuries before pads even got on. So I mean, obviously there's something to be said about whether or not the turf or field is a factor when it comes to all these injuries and stuff. But regardless of that, it's always unfortunately one of those sports where it's next man up, dude. Next man up, dude. Yeah. And normally we start the show off and we talk about the Packers. But I kind of want to flip the script. Caleb Williams is a hot commodity since getting that Madden 27 cover, man. And I'm really wondering, how that's going to impact him as far as mental stability. And obviously, this Chicago Bears team, or should I say Indiana Bears team, has a lot to prove. You know what I mean? So what are you thinking about, man?
So I think, as far as with Caleb, they say in practice he's really progressing well. He's really this is second year in the offense with Ben Johnson. So in practice, he's really running the offense like it's not like they say a well-oiled machine just yet. Mm-hmm. But what Ben Johnson wanted him to do is actually he wanted him to understand pre-snap reading of the defenses first, and then. Now he's in the development stages of post-snap reading of the defense or what they're running into. So, like I say, I'm excited about him. Man, I'm also excited about our weapons. You heard about our weapons we got going on.
Didn't you guys lose Luther Burden, though? Didn't he get hurt?
He did get hurt. We shut him down for the preseason for the next 3-4 weeks. However, he will be back for week 1.
Okay, that's cool. What did you think about you guys' preseason performance today?
It was like Ben Johnson said in his press conference, he said it was he was well pleased. Although, of course, preseason is preseason. We want to see guys develop. We want to see how they take their knowledge from what they learn in OTAs and put them in a game setting. And so right now, this is pretty good. I like what I seen. First half was shaky. We had started Tyson Bagent. Second string quarterback. He was.
Is Bagent in his third year at this point? Is that what
he's in his third year.
I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting him because honestly, to be real, I tried to watch all his games and I had to go to work today. But I watched a little bit and I watched the Broncos just fucking. I think it might have been first or second drive, dude. Just zing that bitch down the field on y'all. And Dennis Allen's defense is definitely gonna have some tough challenges set up. Obviously, I don't know which personnel is on the field, but it was definitely something to be said. But Tyson Bagent just didn't seem like he came out swinging that hard, at least from what I saw. But
he did, but it was shaky. You probably saw the good points, but he had some inconsistency in there.
Okay.
And far as Dennis Allen, the defense, honestly, I was telling you in our previous show, I said Dennis Allen maybe, him and Ben Allen are very close. I mean, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson,
close. Yeah, they're very close. He just can't get his pieces together that can be healthy on the field. You see what I'm saying? And so if we can get his pieces together on the field, we can see his defense really blossom. But man, we putting in plug and play players right now. We getting them off the streets and playing them. So we don't know what our defense is gonna look like, honestly.
Yeah, I totally feel that, man. And dude, see, that's another thing too. Is it seems to me like in some regards, especially as far as Dennis Allen was on this defense, I can't say enough about what he did to us in the playoff performance you guys had against us. As much as I hate the outcome of that game, and it's still always fuck the Bears. I'm sorry, but he did a lot with little for sure. He certainly did.
But think about it though. We had Kyler Gordon, our nickel, back in. Before we get started.
Bro. Spike, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, sir.
Continue. I'm sorry, though.
No, I need that.
Yeah.
No, but our defense against y'all in that playoff was the fact that we had almost our starting core that we needed, healthy. But here's the funny part: we only played like 3 games together as a starting core. So where's the chemistry? You know,
I totally get that.
Yeah. So
I mean, dude, do you think that the scheme has to? I mean, as far as you guys just draft defensively, you guys picked up what, Tinneman, the safety, and like, is that like pretty much the only piece, or did you guys get some DBs or something? Like, what would you get?
Great question. So we did get Tinneman. What's his name?
Tinneman.
Yeah.
German name. Yeah.
I'd be getting that wrong, but yeah, he's our first round safety we got. We also got a linebacker from I think Iowa State. He's a great guy, real sideline to sideline guy, and we got Vanderberg, defensive tackle. He's from Georgia. I forget.
Georgia State or some shit? It's like a random school. It's like a random ass school. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like Georgia Tech or Georgia Southern or some shit.
Something like that. Yeah. Georgia yeah, something like that.
That's cool, man. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, we got some guys that plug and play, but here's the kicker. We, in the free agency, we got Kobe Bryant. At first they said he has on 101s, he sprained his knee and he out, we were like 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks.
You,
oh, okay, cool.
It's the Madden curse. The Madden curse, bro. I'm telling you.
Ain't no curse.
I'm just throwing shade though, dude.
Yeah. Dude. So, man, this man had knee surgery nobody knew about, and now he's out 4 to 6 months. So at the earliest, he'll be in December, like toward the end of the year.
Yeah, that sucks.
But that puts pressure on our first rounder, Tinneman. I can't get his name together.
Tinneman.
Yeah, you know him better than I do.
I mean, one of my best friends who's a German extension is Kevin Tinneman. So Tinneman is easy for me. It's super easy.
Yeah. Okay, but that's my point. We don't have a veteran safety. We have to get him from free agency, or we have to, like I said, get him off the street.
I mean, dude, even then, like, dude, catching good players, especially on the waiver wire, is hard enough with the way injuries handed out left and right, dude. We got a lot of these aging guys trying to hold out for these big high-dollar contracts, and so they're all kind of stuck in this like perpetual, move to think. Actually, can I use this to springboard to Green Bay real quick for a second? Because what you're talking about right there, we're talking about picking up players on the waiver wire. Yeah. Keyshawn fucking Nixon. All right, we're gonna talk about the Packers. We're gonna talk about the fucking Packers. I want to talk about our cornerback room. Okay, so first off, Levon, on this show for these past 2 years, we're going into year 3 now. Also, cheers to us. You know what? Fuck it. Spike to that. Hey, year 3, getting bigger and better every year, man. Yep. But anyways, Keyshawn Nixon is essentially holding out for a bigger contract deal. He thinks he's CB1. I think that's partially due to Jeff Hafley using him as CB1 in the scheme a lot of last season. I mean, against the first game against you guys, the Bears, he did come away with that game-ending interception, which made me feel good. And I think that he's really made his biggest impact on this team as a returner, specifically. I think that when he comes up against super fast, twitchy receivers, bro, he gets gassed. Like, even yesterday, there was plays where he got gassed, dude. I think Aller threw one right to the right hash. Dude ran on the sideline. 2 receivers missed him. He spins off. Like, what are we doing, bro? And that's another thing, too, is we're talking about these other cornerbacks, dude. Fucking Benjamin St. Juice, the guy we just picked up from the Chargers, dude. He's an older player. Dude, he caught a guy, he chased a player 7 yards down the field to stop a touchdown. That's called, efficiency, and this was said on a lot of Packers podcasts because, a guy like Keyshawn Nixon is one of those guys who, number one, has so many controversial penalties called on him that have been costing us, and especially grievous circumstances, especially the Bears game, all the Bears games, he's a very, very emotional player. And then we have this young guy, Brandon Cisse, we just picked up, and he's lighting everybody up. And it's really impressive to see, dude. He has a good mindset on his shoulders, and to be real, we're pretty much already calling him our quarterback 1. That leaves us, so that's Cisse, St. Juice. We still have Valentine in the chamber. Valentine's a huge joker. He's a very huge emotional side of this team from like a locker room perspective. I don't know if you watch any of the Packers media, dude. He's like the comically laughable person. Like anytime he's on camera or in a room, he's got everybody laughing. You know, he has a very infectious personality, and I think that like if we're gonna go with the whole let's take younger players and let's give this team a little bit more longevity, I think it makes more sense to move Keyshawn Nixon down to roster 4, don't play him, make him go somewhere else, and then just start with this young roster and left Jonathan Gannon cook. Because the coverages that he was running, bro, dude was doing some disguise, simulated. I don't know what the fuck was going on, dude. But like I said, it's impossible to judge, like you said, because it's simply only preseason. And you can't exactly hold stock in anything you've seen in these games. You know how it is, bro. They're just in there just pushing buttons. Let's see what the fuck happens when we do this, you know? Let's see what happens when we do this, you know? One thing that went amazingly right for us was this guy, Trey Smack, our kicker. The guy we got, I think, in the 6th round of the draft this year. Yeah. Dude. Bro, dude. Okay, so here's the thing. So I've been following how training camp has been going with him, and I think he's kicking at about 65% in training camp, which is you can do better. You can definitely do better. Obviously, he's a rookie. You know, there's differences, there's pressure. He's obviously spending a lot more time in the facility. You know, it's an adjustment. You know, it's not like playing college ball. You know, but in this game, dude, he hit a 57-yarder like it was shit. And it was like, that was, I think, his second kick. And I'm like, honestly, the fucked up part was, I don't think it counted, though, because they had a penalty on the other side. And then we actually got an automatic first down. So the kick didn't count. Technically, for the day, he went 3 for 3, but he really went 4 for 4. So I'm hoping that, you know, him in tandem with our new special teams coordinator, who seems to be like an absolute motherfucking maniac, like an absolute fucking maniac. I think that we got some promising shit that could happen from this football team, dude. I am concerned, though, about our backup QB situation, though. Tyrod Taylor, I mean, obviously it's one preseason game. You can't really put any stock in it. Tyrod Taylor, you know, had some things, you know, and then, dude, it's just, I don't even want to begin to talk about it because it's such a sense of fuckery. Because right now, if we lose Jordan Love at any point, or if we lose Josh Jacobs at any point, which is still a possibility, we are in, you know, death hell, you know, and honestly, Marshawn Lloyd, he's a running back. Like I told you, I've mentioned him on the show a couple times. We drafted him like 2 years or so. This will be his 3rd year on the roster. He's only played 10 actual snaps in the game up to this point. As of now, you know, the coaching staff has said that, you know, he's been rehabbed a little. I'm not sure how, you know, I don't want to even say anything about it because I'm scared if I blow it him the wrong way, he's going to fall over and shatter into pieces, you know. But he looked good in the preseason game. I definitely saw a lot of the benefits that they're talking about, especially when Adam Sinovich is talking about him cutting through the O-line and stuff. So, I mean, I think there's a lot of good things that we got going. Like I said, the sample size is too small, but as always, you know, I'm going to bleed green and gold, Levon, dude.
I got a couple questions for you.
Go for it, brother. Let's do it.
From, you know, from a man outside looking in. Question, what are y'all going to do with Nixon?
Dude, honestly, we're not going to pay him. At least I hope so. Because here's the thing, Packers. The organization as a whole, is what we like to do is we like to keep people on and just pay you enough if you hold out long enough, you know. Obviously, if you show promise like Jordan Love, we went ahead and paid him. You got to remember, we got a huge Tucker Kraft contract looming. You know, so that's going to be another huge hit on our cap as well. I guarantee you, if you were to walk down the street of Titletown and ask Packers fans, what do you think about Keyshawn Nixon? Every single one of you would say, get him off this football team, dude. His mindset just doesn't fit what Matt LaFleur and Gannon and all these guys are trying to build. Like, especially moving on from Aaron years ago in that kind of tumultuous scenario, they're really trying to smooth things over and at least build this shit the right way. Unfortunately, what they also got to do is win some fucking football games, some playoff games. But, you know, I mean, like, we're trending upward, at least I'm feeling so. I'm seeing the emotional side effects of that. But I can't really say for sure. You know, like I said, sample size is still small, but I like what we're doing. I think we drafted well, and I'm excited to see where this thing goes forward. You got any more questions?
Yeah, one more question.
Sure.
I knew last year when we played y'all in the playoffs and y'all kicker, what was his name, McManus?
Yeah, McAnnis. Yeah.
Yeah. When he missed that field goal,
oh my fucking God, dude!
I knew he was gone in. I knew he was gone.
And to be fair, we only brought him in. I can't remember when it was exactly, but we brought him in because I think we had Anders Carlson. Do you remember that rookie kicker we had like 2 years ago? He missed everything. I think he shot 45, 50% on the year. And then we brought in McManus at like the end of the season and he didn't miss a field goal. Yeah. And so then that's why we kept him. We went to the playoff run and then we lost to, I don't remember, the Eagles, I think it was that year. But, you know, and then we kept him around and he started fairly strong in the season, dude. It's just halfway through, there was some questionable, you know, it's about an injury, which I'm not sure exactly what that was. But there was like some tumultuous things. I remember at the press conference, he was like, I think Matt LaFleur said something about an injury, and then Brandon McManus was like, no, I don't talk to him." And then he was like, "I don't talk to kickers." And there was like this whole backdoor rigmarole. So there was some come to find out, nigga was actually hurt, and he's still going out here trying to kick in these football games, and he's costing us and missing these extra points that obviously turned our season the way it did. But I don't know. I think that regarding your question, we're gonna do a Mixon. He's gonna get cut. I think that's where we're going.
Yeah. How'd you feel about your preseason guy,
dude? What? To be real with you, I didn't get to watch the full thing sitting down in one spot. I think I got really locked in about the third quarter, maybe 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Yeah.
I went back and watched some of the highlights. I saw some promise, dude. But dude, it just looks mushy right now. It looks mushy right now, especially when you're mixing, first team reps with second team reps in game scenarios. Everybody just hasn't had that time to gel together. To me, I think I saw some promise. I just saw a lot of things that have been griping me as a Packers fan for years start to trend in the right direction. Unfortunately, that wasn't a whole lot of the offense because there was barely any. And then I did see some interesting defensive things, but obviously, dude, the Broncos just came out and they came to play. And not the Broncos, the fucking Steelers came out and they came to play. Drew Aller is something I also wanted to talk about because the Steelers backup QB room with Rudolph and dude, like Aller with 3 tutties. Aller with 3 tutties, bro. 3 touchdowns. Like, yeah, I mean, like, he pieced us up. Like, dude, I feel good about that guy as a football player. I think that it's underrated also to consider the fact that Mike McCarthy is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They no longer have a defensive head coach. And that's something that it's very, very fucking different. It's very, very different. And I'm like, that could be interesting. Obviously, Aaron didn't suit up and get on the field, which is obviously going to be the real evaluation to tell. But him and McCarthy won us a Super Bowl together, in Green Bay. So, I mean, there's definitely some potential for lightning in a bottle. But I don't know. I got a question for you, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
What do you think Dennis Allen is going to do once the injuries start rolling out? Do you think your defense is going to either give you guys any sort of like leeway, be able to keep you in football games? Or do you think that because of the weakness with your roster on the defensive side of the ball, that you guys are going to have to do this fourth quarter miracle Caleb Williams touchdown bullshit for the rest of your career?
Yeah, man, I can answer that in at least 2 or 3 ways, but I'm gonna start off answering that defense question with Ben Johnson meme I saw on Instagram. Mm-hmm. He said, "F it, I'm finna score 60."
That's not a good idea, but I mean, I know. If you can do it, that'd be funny. Right. Like,
come on, it's the NFL now.
Yeah. We're playing on all matter, nigga. Like, what are we talking about? My bad. Go ahead.
And he also said that he want to be one of the highest scoring offenses in NFL history, going back to 2013. What was that? Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
And so he wanted.
You know what you need for that? You need a 4,000-yard passer for that.
Oh, you know what? We do have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It just didn't show in the stats. You know why?
Why?
Especially last year, it didn't show in the stats.
Why?
Because we was like top 2 in drops.
Oh, so I'm talking about completed passes, buddy.
Oh, exactly. Those passes weren't completed.
Whatever, dude. That was such a dumb reply, but I'll give it to you.
On no diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, don't bring that up, bro. Keep that off the ground, guys. I'm so sorry. We're live and shit.
You know I gotta go old school.
You know, you're so stupid, bro. My bad. Go ahead, though. Finish your statement, though. Because, obviously, it is problematic. And to be real, that's another thing I wanted to add with Gannon on defense. Yeah. We're about to start running 3 high safety sets.
I saw that.
Dude, what the fuck is that even? That's going to be so hard to comprehend, especially if it's like spy shit or guys drop down the slot. Like, dude, it's different. It's different. Like, I don't know what the fuck that's going to look like. I mean, Gannon had the number 2 defense in the NFL when he did it with the Eagles back in the day. So he's got the talent. I don't know. How are you going to deal with that?
But here's the thing. All right. You could run a three high safety defense, right?
Yep.
That's going to put pressure on your defensive line that really have to get there.
And that's another question is, how many men are you going to have on the line if you got 3 safeties?
Exactly.
You got to switch the whole front up. You can only probably send 4 tops, depending on what you got going or how many receivers are out there.
Now, when you say safeties, are you talking about like 2 free safeties or 2 strong safeties?
I don't know. He hasn't said. He hasn't said. So, and I think that's his thing. Is I think that it's kind of like, because Gannon, like his personality is, he's not like Halfley, dude. Halfley comes in and he's a very vibrato, confident, like deep spoken dude. Gannon's like a kind of a jokester. He's more like Loki. You know what I mean? Like he's very like kind of chipper and like cunning, but also another thing is too, you can never tell where his head's really at least from when I've seen him speak in the pressers, because dude, he talks like fucking Billy Bob Thornton, but mixed with like a Midwestern guy. It's fucking weird. Like he has this very calm, you know. It's like I don't even know what you're thinking, but he's a madman. And what I have seen, dude, is fire. You remember how last year I was talking about how our coaches are all so calm and collected, dude?
Yeah.
But our new special teams guy is a fucking demon, and I love him. All right, he is an absolute demon. Gannon is the same way. Matt LaFleur kind of brought, with these coaching changes in, I think he brought in some much needed energy, dude. So I think that that's going to be good. But regarding your question with the 3 high safety thing, man, I think that honestly, dude, I don't know which way it's going to manifest. I don't know if it's going to be shell. I don't know what it's going to be, dude. But I hope the hell it looks nothing like a fucking prevent. That's all I got to goddamn say. That's all.
That's my point, because what's going to happen is I've seen in a couple broadcasts, like on Get Up, First Take. A lot of these teams are going back to old school offenses. They running the ball.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Our run defense has got to be way better.
Exactly.
Without Micah, we have kind of edge issues already. So
yeah, that's true. But hey, we'll put 2 people on Micah.
Yeah, but he's not going to be back.
I know.
Yeah.
Speaking. But my point is, with the 3 safeties, is offense is going to run the ball.
Yeah.
They're going to put
if they can. Because I mean, dude, to be real, I foresee this being a passing season. Obviously, I feel like obviously, you know who's going to be running. The top backs are going to be out there slicing and dicing, no fucking doubt about it. But dude, I just foresee play action becoming a way bigger part of this football season this year.
Yep.
And I think it was a little bit absent, especially in various power franchises. You know what I mean? But dude, let's talk about something else, dude.
Get it,
dude. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the training camp. How did you feel about how Chicago handled their training camp this season with Ben Johnson in his second year, from what you saw from the footage and pressers?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I saw they had mic'd up Ben Johnson a few days ago during his training camp, one of his sessions. Ben Johnson walking around, chest up, he working out now.
Yeah. Ben Johnson is ripped as fuck. I'll give it to him.
Man,
he's ripped. He's ripped as fuck. I'll give it to him.
He confident. He like his baby. His baby is that offense. He like as running. And one thing he talked about is, although we trying to get a 4,000-yard passer, we are top 5 in running the ball.
Yeah.
He loved our dual threat with Swift and Monangai. And so right now, offensively speaking, with the training camp, I'm liking what we see. We still cannot find, due to the fact our left tackle is the issue, and that's the same side that Michael Parsons normally plays.
Yes, he absolutely does. Yeah,
so we need to get that fixed before he comes back. So that's the issue right there.
Yeah. You got some time though. You got some time.
Yeah. We got some time, but shoot, we really don't have time because we don't have a left tackle. Starting left tackle is hurt. He don't supposed to be back until hopefully when Micah come back.
So like week 6-ish, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but so right now we just musical chairs with these tackles. But other than that, man, offensively speaking, I think Ben Johnson is feeling real good what he's seeing out of development. Okay, but let me say this right quick. When it comes to Dennis Allen and that defense, it's it's unknown right now because only thing we have going for us, honestly, is our 2 cornerbacks, Stevenson and Jalen Johnson. Okay. We know how much they can do. And Jalen Johnson, last year he was hurt. And so when he came back, he wasn't 100. He getting burnt with slants and stuff like that. So it's a hit and miss. We got free safeties, Bayard and Briscoe gone. And so, man, our linebackers, we got Devin Bush as a linebacker. He all over the field, but he's small. And you never know. They might want to run right at him.
Yeah.
So our defensive line is that's the disappointment from the draft. I can take it all the way back there because we talked about that in the offseason show. Yeah. I feel like like I said, I know we had needs and I felt like we addressed ours, but Johnson kind of did some flip around whoop-de-doop shit. I don't know what the fuck that was. So He want to make sure that offense is a well-oiled machine. So he like, F it, I'm finna put up 60.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, dude, I mean, like I said, that's a bold-ass fucking claim, especially with, our division. Speaking of which, let's talk about another team in our division who hasn't been. Shout out to Dave.
Vikings.
With the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, sir.
Minnesota Vikings. Did you even see, did they play today or tomorrow? They played today. Did they?
I can check right quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, but so what I was going to say about Minnesota is, dude, they're the obvious. Actually, no, they absolutely did play today. I remember they played the Giants, and they got the dirtiest fucking sack on what's his name, Jackson Dart, bro. Oh my God, they almost murdered that man, bro. Like. And then I will say though, in Dart's defense, he came right out through a touchdown right after that. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
If you keep taking that
consistently, dude, you're gonna get cooked, bro. You're gonna get cooked. And the Giants, as a franchise too. I know we're kind of all over the place, but it's interesting too because they got a first-year head coach. We got a bunch of new head coaches this year. You know what I mean? With a lot of interesting things going. But back to Minnesota, man. This quarterback room, dude. I don't know. I didn't really get a chance to watch the game. I don't know. But I still feel like they have the weakest quarterback room in the division. Just hands down, to be real with you. I mean, the fact that the Arizona Cardinals are paying Kyler Murray to not play football there should be a testament to that. And I mean, even them, they got a hotshot Carson Beck coming up. People are feeling optimistic about that. Obviously, he's a rookie, so there's something to be there. But Kyler Murray hasn't really been hot in a while, and he's obviously the shortest quarterback in the league behind one of the biggest O-lines in the league. But obviously, Kevin O'Connell's, some sort of wizard. And I mentioned earlier that, play action is going to be a bigger part of this league this year. I foresee that being a problem with Minnesota. Because to be real with you, like I said, I don't think that they played a lot of their starters today. I don't remember. I haven't recall, or at least I haven't really dug, but I don't recall. But I do think that the best plays that Kevin O'Connell is going to use Kyler's legs are going to be exploitative or going to come off play action. And I'm concerned because I don't know if we've ever had that be a huge thing in this division in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a great point. I'm put it like this. Kevin O'Connell. He's the offensive mastermind with the Minnesota Vikings, right? Mm-hmm. What quarterback was he successful with?
Define. You mean successful going all the way? None of them. But he had a 15-2 season with Darnold. He had a great season with Cousins too. I mean, like,
all right. Oh, those are non-mobile quarterbacks.
Yes. So you think that's like a weakness in his flaw? You think that's like
that because it's gonna go back to Kyler Murray got to go on the center.
That's true. That's also very true. That's also very true.
It's fair. Now, is he truly gonna adjust his total offense to a man who stayed in shotgun his whole career? Because now if you're in shotgun, yes, we can put people on the edges. We're gonna have fast linebackers. You can move who can move just like Kyler Murray. My thing is this: we're gonna take Jefferson out. We put two people on him. My thing is this: how can he develop someone to make the offensive scheme difficult to see?
Because, honestly, the same way Ben Johnson does it.
Yes, but here's the thing. You remember
misdirection, bro.
You remember.
That's why the Packers run out of the shotgun a lot. It's stupid, but I don't know why the fuck we do that. But
I'm glad you mentioned Ben Johnson. Now, you know what he did with Caleb?
Which part?
He put him on the center.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think Kyler has to go on the center a few more times to be deceptive in play action, motion. It's just deceptive. Because if you stay back, that's easy. You can only do so much.
Yeah.
In shotgun. You don't know what you're gonna do.
For real, but also to be real with you, like I feel like from my personal experience, like from a defensive perspective, looking at a shotgun formation, you can tell what their options are just by how many receivers they got. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially like that's like the big tell. If you see 3 to one side, that's when I get concerned. You know what I mean? Like that's where you know what I mean? Because it can only be either, like I said, a slant across the middle hashes or like two go routes. You know what I mean? Like you never know what the fuck you're up against. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think we're in for to see some interesting ass football this year. And I think, like I said, both of our teams are poised to evolve and further go down the path. But I can tell you one thing is that this rivalry is as strong as it has ever fucking been.
Oh, man.
To be real, bro. Like 100%, dude. FGB, bro. Fuck you.
He said
No, chat. No. F the Bears. F the Bears. Love GB. Love GB. Anyways, dude. Let's talk about something else that I think is hilarious. It's not really related, and then we'll come back to some division stuff to wrap it up. But dude, can we talk about the Atlanta Falcons for a second?
Whew, okay.
Oh, with Tua, turn the ball over, bro. Talk about a pathetic ass. Like the Falcons fan. Okay, so if you guys watch this replay or watch this episode up, Falcons just had a preseason game against the Denver Broncos and got annihilated in every facet of the way. I think the final score was like 27-9 or some shit, or it was something ugly. Tua had a fumble on his first fucking snap. He couldn't catch the ball. Obviously throwing interceptions. Cooper Rush is also dog water. They had a bunch of injuries. Now they got, Jalen, what's the dude's name? The guy who just got suspended for 8 games today. I can't remember his name. James Pierce Jr. just got suspended, so they're going to be out. Their star edge rusher, which means their defense is even weaker. And honestly, to be real with you, the Saints actually look pretty solid today too. So the NFC South is definitely going to be a little bit more of a toss-up division. Yeah, I think that really. I didn't really look into the Panthers, but I think that the Saints got a good shot to win that division personally, and we hope so because a good friend of the show, Mr. Axel Roy, I'm sure he'll see this at some point. I think he plays. Doesn't he play Detroit or something week 1? If I'm not mistaken? Yep. I think so. So it's going to be an interesting start to this season, though, man. Levon, what's up, man? You got some questions for me, dude?
Yeah, I do, man. My question is this: is Matt LaFleur on the hot seat?
Here we go.
I got to start with the head, man. From your perspective. Now, because expectations are high. Now, I just seen today that they were saying, I think Tom Brady saying Jordan Love can be a high candidate for MVP.
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely believe that for sure. I do.
All right. Now, that's great expectation.
Also, I haven't answered your question. I was going to say, I already have the answer to your question.
Yeah.
Jordan Love being an MVP does not, to be real with you, that would be amazing. But Matt LaFleur could still make bad coaching calls that send us home, even if that were to happen. Yeah. That's the way I look at that. Yeah. So, obviously, Matt LaFleur is one of the most, if he were to be fired from Green Bay, he'd have a job tomorrow. We all know that. Oh, somebody at 100%, wherever the fuck he might go to Atlanta. Yeah, God, no. God, no. Oh, I don't want to live that nightmare. Don't do that to me. No. I'll put it this way, man. We just gave this guy a multiple-year contract. We gave him – he's got these new coordinators in place. So we got rid of – did you see how many players we released in the offseason last year? We got rid of the people he claimed were – excuse me. Sorry, chat. Excuse me. Who he claimed were part of the problem. Yeah. Now, my question is – well, not my question. My thoughts are that – the issues that we were having behind closed doors last season with missed assignments, low morale, all that shit will be resolved or addressed a little bit with this personnel changes. Another thing I like is that with the timing of all the personnel changes, especially with the firing of Rich Bisaccia, because I love you, dude, but don't ever fucking coach special teams at Green Bay ever again. This shit was always your fucking fault.
He was pissed.
He was fucking God. Don't get me started on Jeffrey.
Hey, when we got that onside kick.
Oh my God, I was mad as a motherfucker, bro. I was mad as a motherfucker. Oh. Anyways, though, with the timing of all this, the regime change and everything that we're talking about, I think that the personnel he brought in is the great bunch of guys to mold these young guys into whatever the new Packers mantra is going to be. I think that there's always been a little bit, I've talked about it too. It's like you see Matt LaFleur in a press conference, he's like calm, snarky, well, I see, and then you hear a guy like Ben Johnson who's like all macho, and then you got Dan Campbell who's just winging it, he's got his little ooze. Matt LaFleur just seems like kind of a dick. He does kind of, you know what I mean? He really does. He comes across as that kind of guy.
What's the motto for you all? What's a motto for this year?
To be real with you, it might be Gannon or the specialty. I'm not in the locker room, Levon, so I'm not really at liberty to say. But I don't know. I think everyone should have their own version of that, at least from my perspective. Exactly. I think it should be more about enriching your quest to find your bravado rather than just trying to be the biggest nigga in the room. You know what I mean? Like, I think that, to be real with you, Michael Parsons has a big enough ego for the whole fucking football team, So thank God we're not like completely, raving around a bunch of meatheads out here who are trying to kill each other every day, But yeah, I mean, I think that we're in an interesting spot, especially with this regime change. But to be real, if I was going to have to move on, especially from Aaron Rodgers the way we did, and we're going to have to completely turn this culture around, I think we're in really year 4 of Jordan Love right now. So really year 6 of 7 of him on the team-ish. But, that transition was gradual, but like now we're officially in it. Like Jordan Love is the longest tenured Green Bay Packer on this football team as of right now. And so if there was ever a point to like just kind of, throw up a flag and be like, this is who we are, then that time is now. And I think that, at least from what I've seen from these guys, in a lot of the preseason and press conferences and shit, I feel good about it.
All right.
You got anything else?
Answer this question.
Is Matt LaFleur in the hot seat? The answer is no.
All right. So, all right. Now, this brings me to my next question. The Green Bay Packers season is a disappointment if
look, this is going to come back to bite me in the ass if we don't win the division. I think really that's it. That's if we don't go all the way to the fucking Super Bowl, man. I know that's what everyone wants when they talk about their teams, whether it's football, baseball, fucking bobsled, soccer, whatever the fuck. I'm serious though, but it's the same shit. Did you all want to win? But like, to be real, you don't want to lose twice. You know what I mean? Because especially if we haven't won the division with Jay Love yet.
Nope.
That's got to change. And if we are a 7 seed again and win one and lose in the second, as long as we win the division, I'll take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll take it, dude. Like I said, dude, nobody knows, where these people are going to be. Nobody knows who is going to be on the field at any given time. I mean, look, when we won the fucking Super Bowl, my senior year of high school, which was fucking amazing. It was a great way to go into your senior summer or senior year, your spring semester. It was a great way. It was with a beat to shit team and a bunch of missing pieces. We just gassed the Steelers out. I don't know how we did it, but we did. So, I mean, dude, to be completely honest with you, I'm at the point where I'm trying to temper my expectations, but I don't want that to come with a lack of consistency. That's what I want. I want to see us finally lock in because I'll be completely honest with you. I do see a difference in, a lot of these players, in the way they carry themselves between other teams. Because, they say that like all of the soldiers kind of trickle down with the mindset of the leader. Type shit, So, I mean, like, dude, like Ben Johnson runs a tight ship. He does. I'll give him that. His locker room shit is scary. It's amazing. And I love that for y'all, but like, that's the culture of your team. And I don't know if the Packers have an identity, which I think has kind of been a problem for a while. We kind of,
you said that last year.
Yeah, I don't really know if we have one that's like overly. I mean, good quarterback play generally, and I think Jordan Love had a great, even that playoff game. He threw for 4 tutties, like 300 some yards. Yeah, like dude, he did his fucking thing. Like I'm not mad at him at all. So but it's like, and I think that deserves respect too, because it wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? Like I don't think so. But I mean, like with that goes, we said this goes back to the Matt LaFleur thing. So I don't know. It's just one of those things we're just gonna have to address in time. But what else? You got anything else for me?
No, that's it, bro.
That's it. I got some. I got some for you.
Yes, sir.
What do you need from this season to be satisfied?
It's a great question. I got an answer for you. So when our GM Ryan Poles got hired, one of the things, of course, ultimately he said in his his opening press conference, that we want to take the North and never give it back.
You put that bullshit in the chat today too. Like
I sure did.
And that dude, if you guys could see our fucking group chat, guys, it's so much bullshit all the time. That's all. It's all bullshit.
And we got receipts of him.
I'll bring mine to the show, bro. I'll bring mine to the show. We are live right now. I will show receipts on the show. I will do it. I swear to God. Yeah.
That's just the culture of what we got going on in our chats.
Yeah.
Because we're the black and blue division.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be that way.
We gotta have receipts. We gotta talk noise. So my thing, I'm asking your question.
Yeah.
To take the North and never give it back. And what never give it back means, because that's important, not this year. And so we, like you said, everybody want to win a division. We want to win.
You did it. You did it. So, and that's the thing is, you got bragging rights right now. That's the only reason I want that. Like, and to be real with you, I mean, I'll let you finish. But to be real with you, y'all are a contender to do it again, and it's not fun anymore. You know, we used to just whip y'all's ass. Y'all have come up, so I'm giving you your
You
props.
did. Y'all owned us. Well, that one man did.
Yeah, he
talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Y'all. Yeah, my boy. Shout out. But anything. Well, that's all you need, though. What do you need, man?
No. Like I say, when ultimately, we like Ben Johnson said, we ultimately everybody want to win a Super Bowl. We got 32 teams that want to win a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, every year.
We want to do that. But this, as we develop these young players, we're still young, and we developing these players together, and we second year in Ben Johnson's offense. How can we take that next step up to be successful and win the division?
Yeah, that's exactly
you see what I'm saying. So that's the first step of getting to the ultimate goal. Is winning the division, unless you want to sneak in the back door like Green Bay did and still lose.
Why we got to be sneaking in the back door? Don't be putting on like we some damn thieves in the night, man. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Nah, no.
Come on the back.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous, dude. No, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Hey, but no,
fuck no, man. I'm just excited, man. Football is back, dude. This has been such a great live stream, dude. We had a couple people pop in and out, dude. Levon, I love this format, dude. I love what we got going on. We're gonna do it more moving forward, dude. Closing thoughts. What are your? As I ask you this question, then I'll answer it to wrap it up, dude. What do you expect from your team in Week 1?
Oh yeah, Week 1 we got the Carolina Panthers, and they are a good team.
Where's the game? Is it at home?
That's a great. Shoot, if you would have told me.
I got you. Go for it.
Yeah. So we got Carolina Panthers, and people say, when I look at the prediction and stuff, Carolina is not an easy team to just lay down. So that's gonna be a very competitive game. However, I do think we're gonna win. Of course, I'm biased.
It's in Carolina.
Exactly my point. So if you don't take care of business, especially Week 1, you can still lose that game.
Yeah.
So my prediction, I think we'll win the first game. My question mark still going to week 1 is our defense. And you remember Carolina offense was that second half of the season, they was picking it up.
They were picking it up. They were.
Yeah.
They were.
So that's my thoughts on that. I just want to see how Caleb and this offense with these weapons, develop and how we gonna go forward.
Hell yeah, dude. So Week 1, the Green Bay Packers go up against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. It's gonna be interesting. Shout out to Big Dave, Tequila Dave. But it's one of those things where last year, Week 1, we dominated the dog shit out of the Detroit Lions, and that was really good feeling. And by Week 4, that feeling was buried. Okay, because it was just error after error. Week 2, 3, 4, we came back. It was just not a good feeling. This game in particular, especially with our O-line concerns, we got Anthony Belton. There's the Jacob Burton thing. Is he to go left guard, right guard? What's up with Aaron Banks? There's just a lot of question marks that is too early to even answer. We still got 2 more weeks of preseason, but I think that game is really going to depend on who our O-line is, because, dude, the Minnesota D-line is a force to be reckoned with. And especially with Brian Flores retaining his job there in Minnesota, coming back, that's something that's very, very different. Not different. It's very, very dangerous. And I think that whatever we decide to do with O-line, especially we got Sean Ryan starting center for his first year. We just have a lot of ifs right now on the O-line. So my concern is, like I said, our defense, especially without Micah, our edge. We've been having edge rush problems. I don't know, dude. I think we should win this football game, but to be honest with you, knowing how Packers typically start off, dude, I'm going to say it'll be a close one, but not that much. So
yeah. So like a 3-point game?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Your rookie kicker win the game for you?
Oh God, please don't let him miss it. God damn. Dog, bro. He's a rookie, so I get it, bro. But if he misses that one and makes another one at the end of the season, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, dude. I don't know. Preseason is here. I'm just glad to be able to put this jersey on and sit in front of the TV and drink a beer and watch the football, dude. Levon, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show tonight, dude. It's been an absolute blast, my guy, dude. It's gonna be awesome, dude. We're gonna do good things in the spike going forward, man. As always, my name is Lex, representing the Green Bay Packers. This is Mr. Levon Lane, representing the Chicago Bears. We love you all. Football is back, and we'll see you soon.
FGB.